guys. Okay, so I'm adjusting my shirt here. It's the morning. I wanted to check in with you. So things went well yesterday. I gotta say that I was super cravey in the evening though. I'm gonna finger brush my hair while we talk. So I had my salad, the hot and cold salad, and I just lost my touch a little bit with making it taste amazing because it was not amazing. It was okay. And when I was like first eating it, it was delicious, and then it got not very delicious. I was watching TV while I was eating, which was a good move because it distracted me through almost finishing the whole thing. I know the point where I was starting to get a little bit full, but when I start to get a little bit full on nutritarian food, I gotta keep eating because I know starting to get a little bit full on mostly vegetables and stuff like that means that I'll be hungry quite quickly if I stop there. So I knew I had to eat the bulk of the salad as well as the fruit if I was gonna like get through the evening. I wasn't very satisfied with that salad, so what I got to do, I need to look at my old cheat sheet and find what I used to do. One of the things I know was different was I made my own hummus, which I never make my own hummus because it doesn't taste very good when it's nutritarian. It just tastes like chickpeas basically. And I was trying to, oh, here's another thing I have to tell you. So I was trying to cut back on the tahini a little bit because tahini has more saturated fat than almond butter. And I got my cholesterol numbers again and my triglycerides are up again. So I had gone off the statin and I mean, that's not working. So I'm gonna have to talk to my doctor about that and see. I'm probably going to go back on the statin if I can handle the headache thing. I get these headaches. I'm testing to see if it's from the statin or if it's from the way I lay in bed in the evening when I'm reading a book or watching TV or whatever. I always get it right here. And it's such a strange thing. I thought it was from the statin. And I was getting headaches from the statin. I know that's true. So I got to kind of work this stuff out because I've done some research on statins. Well, at least they say there's not a lot of long-term side effects of taking statins. I don't get muscle pain or anything like that from taking them. And the other thing is I'm also starting to take my supplements again because I'm not very good at taking supplements. I hate taking pills, but I'm just starting to buckle down and do it now. And in my supplements is the LDL that Dr. Furman has, which I'm hoping helps with triglycerides as well. My total cholesterol is fine. It's in a good range. It's my HDL, or no, it's my HDL and my triglycerides, which are our problems. My triglycerides are around 400, which is very high, and my HDL is, I don't remember, but it's low. I'm wanting to reduce my saturated fat, which means when I first started this, I started cutting back on peanut butter and tahini, but you know, I've been eating a lot of tahini lately. That's the dressing I've been choosing. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm gonna go look at my nut butters here with you real quick. So peanut butter, this one has sugar in it, but this is the one my kids have. So this nut butter has 3.5 grams of saturated fat per 2 tablespoons. Okay, and then let's look at almond butter. It has 1.5 grams per 2 tablespoons, so a significant difference. Let's look at cashew butter, 2.5, so kind of in the middle of those two. 2.5 grams per 2 tablespoons. Let's see what other butters do I have. And then if we look, and then sun butter is actually horrible. No, it's actually not that bad compared to peanut butter is much worse. So sun butter is 2 grams per 2 tablespoons. And then let's look at tahini. I think tahini is the same as peanut butter, which is pretty high. Just a little bit less, but 3 grams, not 3.5 grams. So peanut butter is the worst offender for saturated fat, so 3 grams per 2 tablespoons. This one is 3, which is not good, so I've been using a lot of this, which is a bummer because I love it. So then I have to get creative and I need to come up with a way to substitute. So I'm thinking maybe I'm switching to almond butter. Almond butter is really expensive, but maybe I can start making my own almond butter. I know Coach Nancy has a recipe for that, and it really just takes like 10 minutes in a food processor or something. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to roast the almonds too, so it will be hopefully really, really yummy. And then if I can find a good deal on almonds somewhere, then maybe I can make my own. Because almond butter is the best nut that I've found, or seed, as far as the saturated fat goes. So I've been cutting down on that and maybe take the statin again. I'm going to give it a little bit of time here, cutting back, because I'm not eating fried foods either, which I was occasionally eating some of those. I'm not eating any of that anymore. What else? The LDL supplement. And then I think I'm gonna take, my doctor prescribed a high dose fish oil. So I'm gonna take Dr. Furman's DHA EPA supplement. I couldn't think of the name of it. I'm gonna take that, and then I'm also gonna consider taking the high dose fish oil, which is not something that I wanna do, but you know, I would rather take a fish oil than a statin, I think. So maybe the fish oil will work. But one thing is that my husband was also prescribed that same fish oil, and it was really expensive. It was like $200. So I think there might be a coupon available for it. So I'm gonna sort of do the research, figure that out, see if I can do the fish oil versus the statin. I would really like to try that minus the statin and then see what happens in 3 months, as well as nutritarian eating, and lose weight. Another thing that I know is that during weight loss, as you're losing weight, your cholesterol will mimic really high saturated fat intake because it's actually processing saturated fat. This isn't like this for everybody, but as the body processes that saturated fat, it makes it look like you have really high cholesterol. So I'm wondering if part of that has to do with this. I'm not sure. It's not the same for everybody. So, because I would really like to see if I can figure something out more naturally rather than doing the statin, obviously. So I want to try those things for the next few months, and that was really just me talking it out, so thanks for letting me talk that out. The other thing to keep in mind is that it's a genetic thing for me too. My dad always had really high cholesterol, so I know I get that from him. So it might be a little more challenging for me to bring this down, but I'll keep you updated on that, okay? I had a papaya that just ripened, and I opened it up and was going to eat it. I really love papaya, but it didn't taste quite right, so I'm gonna dry it and see, because I always used to love dried papaya. It's one of my favorite things. I remember when I used to live in New York City in college, I used to buy these big bags of dried papaya and just eat it while I was walking. I loved it so much. So here it is in my Excalibur dehydrator. This is my favorite dehydrator. I've had it for years and it's amazing. It's kind of the go-to standard for dehydrators. Well, I'll put a link for this also in the Amazon description in case. It's an investment, but it's totally worth it. I've used it so many times over the years. So I'm just drying it. I know it's going to take a day or two. I have it on 115, which is sort of the highest temperature you would use to still retain nutrients while drying a food. Some people would keep it at 105, but I want to do 115 because I want it to get done faster. So our house is going to be smelling like papaya soon, which is going to be really nice. Okay, the reason I'm actually making this specific video is because I wanted to check in with you about what's happening today. So, something different happened. Well, first of all, I woke up this morning and I had lost a little bit of weight, which was cool. I wanted to update you about yesterday a little bit. I had my salad and stuff, but then afterwards I craved so much because the salad wasn't that great. I was like really craving, but I was watching TV. Then I had to go get on a call, so I did my call. And then by the time I got done with the call, I was like, whatever, I didn't eat anything. I recall it being like this back in the day where you have super strong cravings, but like really strong cravings, and you're like thinking of all this stuff, but you're too lazy to get up, which is so cool. Like, because before, I mean, I'd be up and down the stairs 5 times going to get snacks, right? And this is just like you're really craving, but you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here. So that was cool. I liked that. I didn't actually eat anything off afterwards. And then I lost about a half a pound overnight, which was great. So I'm down to, I think it's like around 137.5, which is, I'm sorry, 147.5. Can't wait till I get to 137. That's gonna be awesome. And I felt really good. Yesterday I did that Tracy Anderson workout, and I mean, it's one of the hardest ones I've ever done of hers, and my whole body hurts so bad in places that like I didn't even know you could make hurt, you know? Like, it's awesome. I love it. And I really want to do this workout a few times this week so I can really get some good effects of this particular sequence that she did, because it's all in the hips and the upper thighs. Oh my gosh. Awesome. So that was really challenging and great, but that means I'm skipping martial arts today because my body hurts. So I'm just going to take a couple of days off of that kind of exercise and start back again on Monday. Well, maybe I'll do the Tracy Anderson one again on Sunday, because Monday is kickboxing, and then Tuesday night I'm going to go back to judo. Woo. I'm going to go to my sensei's class, and hopefully it will be good. Oh, hi. When did you get here? Your back hurts? Why? Oh, because when you fell yesterday? Oh, can I look at it?